raging storm clouds, a lone figure stands silhouetted against the ancient walls of Castle Ravenloft. The vampire Count Strahd Von Zarovich stares down a sheer cliff at the village below. A cold, bitter wind spins dead leaves about him, billowing his cape in the darkness. Lightning splits the clouds overhead, casting stark white light across him. Strahd turns to the sky, revealing the angular muscles of his face and hands. He is a look of power and of madness. His once handsome face is contorted by a tragedy darker than the night itself. Rumbling thunder pounds the castle spires. The wind's howling increases as Strahd turns his gaze back to the village. Far below, yet not beyond his ken, a party of adventurers has just entered his domain. Strahd's face forms a twisted smile as his dark plan unfolds. He knew they were coming, and he knows why they have come. All according to his plan. The master of Ravenloft is having guests for dinner. And you are invited.
I will draw my sword just in case, but not in a threatening way. I'm just gonna hold it.
I'm drawing my sword not in a threatening way. How do you draw your sword not in a threatening way?
Well, slowly, and I'm gonna point it downwards and away from people.
Minecraft just used wild magic.
For who?
Who for who, dude? Fulgrim.
Oh no!
Yeah.
Interesting. It's like a pulse. I don't like things with pulse.
Well, hang on. Where's the rest of your crew?
Spot on role playing. Yeah.
Wessel talking to Madame Eve. He got know a lot about his own both backstory. Got some guidance on where he needed to go, what he needed to do. He was told that his old lord Argynvost, his spirit still remained in Barovia somewhere, and that he was told he should go to the old, he should return to the old fort, or the stronghold of his Order of the Silver Dragon, Argynvost Holt, to find a certain weapon, and also to deal with an old friend of his, which had lost his way. And that is basically the short version of it. If you want to watch the longer one, go watch that stream. After this conversation, which he also learned, she told him about that she was getting old, she was feeling weaker, that her magic was getting weaker, and that the Fey magic especially was losing its hold in Barovia, that remained after the ladies of the Fane was waning. And after this conversation, they went back to the campfire where the rest of the guys was sitting. The mood was a little weird, you could say, a little heavy after all of them had gotten their card readings, which was very personal for all of them. And Leaf, in an attempt to lift spirits, wondered if they wanted to see a magic trick with his coin, his special coin. So he flipped it. It landed on the dark side, which caused wild magic to happen, which made a dark energy, necrotic energy pulse centered on him blast out in a 30-foot radius, hitting 12 individuals, all of the party included, a lot of the Vistani included, draining them all of, I think it was 4 necrotic damage or something, adding it to his own. So the mood wasn't quite lifted, but somehow the party managed to save the situation, and Leaf was excused. That's the short version of that story. After this whole ordeal, they were very tired, and they got a good night's rest in their cart. But in this morning, Vessel was the first one to wake up, and as he went up, there was a beautiful clear sky, and the moon was still shining, or about to go over the horizon. You could see the gray sunlight, cold sunlight, rise above the trees. And as he was standing by the riverbanks, he could see some strange lights emitting from Madame Eve's tent, and this glittering silvery dust emerged from her tent, going up in the air towards the moonlight. And he discovered that Madame Eve was no more as he went into the tent, finding a mourning guard, James the guard, over her empty bed where only her cloak remained. The next one to wake up, that was you, John, and the realization that Madame Eve was now gone was quite a shock for you as well. But Miles and Leaf, when they woke up, seeing that no one was around, was a bit more suspicious in what was happening, and made some more chaos. But yeah, after that whole thing, the Vistani gathered around her Madame Eve's tent, and realizing what had happened, they gathered around, started humming a Vistana song, holding hands in a big circle. And John Martino also joined in. It was quite a beautiful moment there. And at the end of this whole session, John Martino also got to talk with Raja, his old childhood friend. Told him about what they talked about, what Madame Eva told John Martino, and we're also talking about this song, this old song of the Ladies Free that John Martino had been received from Madame Eve, and was told that maybe bringing the melody was lost to time, but maybe finding a new melody to this tune could lead them on their way, and that there was some hidden message in the lyrics of the song and what they needed to do next. And after this whole thing, that is where John Martino went back to the cart, as the rest of the party had also went back to John Martino's cart, in respect of the whole thing that was going on with the Vistani people, and they didn't really want to intrude on that. So where we begin today is where you, John, is getting into your cart, where you can see the rest of your party. I would imagine, since he is not here at this moment, that Leaf seems very quiet. He sits like in a corner by himself, really looking like he needs some time for himself. Understandably, after what has happened. So let's begin with you guys. Where would you guys be seated in John Martino's cart at this moment?
I would personally be outside front and just getting the reins ready and stuff like that. I think we talked about just everyone finding a comfortable spot, so.
Vessel would be inside and offline until needed.
Yeah.
Yeah. Also would try and help John if there's anything he needs to get us up and running.
Yeah, and you also have Paravimple,
Yeah.
big giant in a coma, still lying on that. It was like this couch thing, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Yep.
Quite comfy. Probably got a blanket over him at this point. Still in a coma.
On Paravimple.
What did you say?
I will sit on Paravimple.
He will sit on
Also-
Peril. Yeah, he's a big guy. Quite soft. You can sit on him if you want, I guess. You don't really get a reaction out of that. He's still
He's
in a
a
coma.
soft big guy.
Soft big guy. Yes, very soft big guy. He looks like when you're now up close to him and he's lying there unconscious. He looks a lot friendlier than he did back in Bildrat's Mercantile, where he looked quite large and looming. But he looks peaceful at this moment. So where do you guys go from here?
All right, thank you, Miles, for helping me. I think we're pretty much ready, but did we decide where to go? I know that I have some things I want to do, but just check in with you guys before we leave. Let's go over to Vessel as well and to leave.
Yeah, I think it. Well, if all your talks with the lady was like mine, then I think we all got some information of what we're gonna do or want to do, perhaps.
Likely so. Did you have a destination in mind? Out of curiosity.
I haven't. Well, I haven't been. Well, it might be a lie to say that I haven't been here before, but I have no idea where anywhere is. So I only know of descriptions. So then. But I kind of want to go to the big lake.
Lake Zarovich.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Uh,
That's near where I want to go too. Ish.
I think that might be the first stop for me, at least.
All right. I'm just gonna go and power on Vessel since we need him.
Mm-hmm. Where's the on button? Like, do you have like an on and off button, Vessel?
Poke at his nose and eyes.
It's my dick. No.
Oh shit.
No. Vessel always.
It's canon now.
Yeah.
No, Vessel always is present and pays attention. So if people tries to communicate him, he will turn on.
If someone tries to touch him,
Ikke røre. No.
he'll turn on.
Vessel, did you have a destination you wanted to go? Just to share my thoughts as well. I wanted to go maybe back home to Vallaki, which is close by the lake. I don't know if that works out for you too, Vessel.
My destination is far away. Shouldn't be a priority right now. It's an end of the line thing.
It is definitely past Vallaki. If you travel by the main road.
Who was it I discussed my travel plan with? Was it John?
We talked about a lot of things. Did we talk about that?
I think we did. I talked about it with someone. We talked about it being a hotspot for evil shit.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, the Amber
did.
Temple. Yeah,
Yeah.
you guys talked about that. That is
Right.
all-
Okay.
also
Um.
quite far away.
Yeah, because that's like past Vallaki, right? If I remember.
Yeah.
Argon something. Yeah.
At least if you follow the main road. And
Yeah, I suggest we
as you
Shortcut.
also was told, and you know, John Martina, no one really know the exact location anymore since no one's been there for a long while.
Right.
As people have been avoiding it for quite some time.
Well, I don't know if I shared this with you guys, but I got this lyric for a song, big thing. But it apparently has locations of the Maiden Sisters 3, of the old gods, basically, of this land before Strahd.
Huh.
And among other things, I mean, also Periwinkle here, which you're sitting on. I would like to find out who he is,
Which you are sitting on, by the way.
which is weird. But yeah, and also I just, after losing Madame Eve, I sort of just want to see family, which is in Vallaki. So if it's alright with you, I think it's on the way to a lot of things at least.
Yeah. Is it
Alright.
a big place? Lucky.
I mean, Vallaki is a city, which is a pretty big place, and then there's the Vistani camp a bit outside of it, which is smaller, but that's my home.
Cool. Yeah. No.
But you'd probably find a lot of interesting things in the Vallaki town as well.
Yeah.
If you're all cool, let's get on the road, I suppose.
Yeah. You're the local guy, I guess. So
It is
take us away.
quite early in the morning yet. In that regards,
Yeah.
it's a good time to be leaving.
Daylight's burning. Let's go.
Just as you
Go out of the cart.
just as you open your door, you see Raja. Just whoa, oh, you scared me a bit there, John Martino.
Oh, I apologize. How could I do such a thing?
Well, I guess you guys are leaving.
Yes.
Yes, I told you. Now that Madame Eve is gone, we don't really have much to stay at this location for. You know, as we don't usually like to stay in one location for too long, but we really enjoyed our time here. But something feels different, you know.
Yeah.
But anyways, and you can see like he looks away. He tries to look a little bit strong, but looks away a little. And you see you can see a little.
There's no
tear.
need to hide your emotions, my friend. My
I
brother.
know, but I'm not sure. I know what kind of journey you will embark on, and I've known no people who have ever tried to oppose the devil to return, or return, but in a much worse way. I don't want to see that happen to you, but if there is anyone to do it, I believe it to be you guys.
Well, either it works out or it does not. Either way, it will be a really good song, I'm sure. Or at least a good story.
Well,
Hopefully with a happy ending, but even if it's a tragic one, it's still a story nonetheless.
yes, that is true. It would be the best story if a Vestani was able to defeat the devil. That would to be the greatest tale ever, I imagine.
Thank you, my brother, for
And
calling me a Vistani.
of course you are. All of you will be honorary Vestani, and he looks in the card for you, Miles and Vessel and Leaf. You will be honorary Vestani, at least in my tribe. As you see, I actually am next in line for being a clan headsman. But, I don't think I'm ready for that, but you know, when these things happen, you never really get ready, do you?
You've made it out of tougher situations before. This will be no problem for you.
It's not the first time I've heard you say that as well.
It's always worked out, right? Except that one time, but we don't have to mention that.
No, we
you
don't
know.
have to mention that.
Right.
I can still
Maybe
feel that
some
one.
other time.
But before you go, I wanted to bring you a gift. I have a special brew of mine. A special wine I made myself. It should only be used in the most dire situation. Kind of in the situation if you're ever in a very awkward social interaction with someone, you know, that you need to get on your, you know how this works when your charm is not enough.
Well, I
Then
believe we had plenty of those encounters already.
yes, it's a reason I found this one. It's a very special brew. I don't have the just a couple of bottles, but I will give one to you, John, my brother.
Is not a prank, right? You're not gonna screw me over with this.
No, why would I ever do that?
It's not gonna blow up or anything.
No,
like
no,
that.
no, no. It's not one of
Okay,
those. No. I'm all out of those.
All out of the boom boom wines.
Yes. Oh, good times. But anyway, take this wine, but only use it for a very special occasion.
For very social awkward.
Very social,
said?
yes. Like
Awkward
like
social
the
situations.
kind of situation you would just like, please get me out of this. I would.
So like if we were walking the same way after we said goodbye, I would go like, shit, this is awkward.
Oh
and give
yeah.
you the wine.
No, wait, no, that's nothing. It will
not
have to
good
be
enough?
way
Okay.
worse than that.
Okay.
Yeah. Way
Thank you.
worse.
I'll,
You know,
I'll figure out something with it.
Kind of if you had
Thank
to walk the walk of shame through a group of 10,000 people, kind of awkward.
That's a lot of people.
That's a lot of people.
Thank you, my brother. I give him a hug.
Yes, and here, have this health potion. I imagine you would need it.
Probably. Thank you.
And a set of clothes, and you know, just like mine.
Aw.
Quite nice.
That's sweet.
Yeah, my mother had them made just for you. And they're like they're a bit extra size. It's not easy for you to find clothes, so and it hasn't been, so get these specially sewn in for you.
Well, we might meet on the road. We might meet somewhere else. We're going to Vallaki now. I'm sure people there would be happy to see you as well in the tribe. So if you ever feel like coming out, you know,
We'll
just
see.
shout, or hopefully I'll hear you.
We'll see where the mist takes us. But yes, if I never see you again, I hope to hear the exploits of your travels and to somehow hear the song you're gonna make. Yes, yeah. And I have to go.
Take care of the tribe, right?
Safe
We'll see.
travels. Stay off.
You too.
Stay off the roads in the when the dark comes. Camp safe, you know. Yeah,
I know, Raja. I know.
and the werewolves. Don't forget.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
You're a great guy.
And he goes, kind of like in a half awkward jog, and back to the camp.
I just look, like, as he leaves, I just watch him for, like, a few seconds. Just smile a little bit.
And as you see him walking down, you can also see the Vistani is now packing their, like, getting their tents down, packing up in their carts, getting ready to leave as well. And you see this thick layer of mist covering the entire lake at this point.
Well, guys, let's ride.
Yeehaw!
I just close the door, get up behind you, Coltrane, and
And you start heading, and there's the road that leads further past the camp and then northwest along the riverbanks, where you will now go. And as you're leaving, you also notice that same raven, just as you leave the camp, the same raven that you've been seeing, the blue-feathered raven, was waiting at one of the trees in the outlines of the forest, and starts flying a bit ahead of you guys.
same direction.
Same direction, yeah. And
You have the map up.
I can get the map up for you.
Cool.
You.
John,
I open the window. Yup. I assume you're in the cart.
The lady told me to follow the ravens, so that might be a good indicator on where to lead me when we have gotten to wherever we're going first.
Yeah, and this.
I just remembered when I saw this guy.
Yeah, this one has been with you for a while, right? Or you've seen this
Yeah.
particular one. Yeah. Well, let's follow it then. Hopefully, it will bring us good fortune.
So,
Hopefully.
as you see, you are represented by the Dawnwatcher symbol, now leaving the camp. And it's probably like an hour's ride, and you get to this stone bridge. Old stone bridge, quite beautifully crafted. You can see this must have been quite an engineering feat going over this river, where you can see there, and you can also see the Tser Falls right now, which is a beautiful waterfall. Quite a beautiful scene as well in the early hours of the morning. I can see if I can find it for you, so to give you a little display of it. Here we go. No. Open it. Let me see. Okay, let's just do this then. Put it on the map, I guess. There you go. So as you now approach this bridge, this is the site that you see to your left. Dark woods covering most of the lands, the steep hills. And to the right of you, you can also see even steeper hills going up and up and up, way beyond. And all at the top, you can see Castle Ravenloft looming. You've never seen it as clear as this, but it seems like black, gothic castle, a castle with a large looming towers. It's almost as you're looking that way. John Martini, you're sitting outside, and the rest of you are in the cart, right? At this point,
Yeah.
so as you look into that direction, you almost get that weird feeling of someone watching you, almost feeling like the hairs in your neck rise just a little bit, and your eyes are drawn to the castle for a bit too much time as you suddenly feel a rock slip off the bridge because you weren't watching the rains, and you're
I'm sorry. This is sort of stressing out because of these. Well, a lot of stuff has happened. I just remember this ring that was identified that apparently protects from influence is what he remembers. So he just puts that on,
Oh, yeah.
and he just tries to find some comfort in having that ring.
As you put it on, it almost... You can feel, as for a second, something trying to influence your mind. You feel a bit hazy, almost getting out of your own head kind of feeling. Just for a second, when you shake it off a bit.
Does that feel worse than what I was feeling from the castle?
It feels like for a second there, your mind wasn't quite your own.
Okay, I take the ring off. I'll take it off now. Don't drink and drive,
Yeah, don't drink and be influenced by other stuff.
But I note that feeling and try to continue on.
Yeah. Actually, having the pictures like this and the map is not that bad.
Yeah, it's kind of neat.
Bad idea. Oh, that was a good idea, actually. I'll update
Unless it crashes the stream again.
Yeah, but this is on Roll20, so it won't crash the stream. I'll update the map after a while with these images on the locations. That was a fucking good idea. Why didn't I think of that before? But yeah, you cross this bridge. It's a very well-made bridge, and you make your way over the bridge, and you can see, as I said, that the very hill landscape now leading up towards the castle. But you know that this road also goes all the way to the East Barovian Gates, which you have to pass to continue on the road that goes to Vallaki. From here, you could imagine the Vallaki, at the pace you're traveling now, maybe is like a 2 days ride.
Yeah.
You know that you could get there in like maybe 1 day if you were traveling at a fast pace, but not without exhausting your horse. And
and then we'd risk going into the night as well, right?
Risk going into the night as well, and also making a lot of noise.
Yeah.
So the Vistani knows that slow and steady wins the race. It's lands that it's important to be alert. And
Another great idea.
Mm-hmm.
When we reach next crossroad, we take a right and we head straight for the boss fight.
Sure.
Yeah, I mean, that would be fine, right?
You can do
There's nothing
that.
wrong
There's
there.
nothing wrong with that.
Yeah, we can die. We're the heroes of the story.
We can get that in an hour, and then Leaf will join, and he'll be like, "What?"
Yeah.
Actually, he'd probably love it. He'd probably like
Yeah.
it.
That would be awesome. Just like, wait, aren't those the gates of Castle Ravenloft?
Imagine us speedrunning Curse of Strahd. Like no one has done it before.
That would be speedrun. Yeah. Well, I know that there's like a lot of one shots where.
Well,
there's
we're
castle.
using 10 sessions to get out of the fucking village of Barovia, and then in one session we storm the castle.
I think it was 17 sessions.
Holy crap! Yeah, that would be like a Elden Ring speedrun there.
Hmm.
Yeah, I don't imagine that happening. Going too well, but yeah, you can technically you can, and just like in Elden Ring, you can go to the very difficult areas with at once. Let me just take a look at my notes here for a quick second. But yeah, your card, it's still quite silent. It's a beautiful morning. For a Barovian morning, that is. And things seems to be going smoothly. Is there anything you guys would like to do or anything like that while traveling?
I will do a shield prayer.
A shield prayer? Like for the directions in the spell shield, or?
You know, for upgrading it.
Wait, for upgrading it? What kind of
You know, we do things to upgrade our items. Or do I have to do something else now that I've already leveled it up twice?
Oh yeah, the prayer. Oh fuck yeah, sorry. Oh, I did not connect there. Yeah, the prayer. Yeah, of course. Yeah, of course. You can do that. Yeah, you roll a religion for that.
What Pam? It's an 8.
Today's first roll. It's an
Oh
8.
shit, I don't have the connector thingy to roll 20. Oh, never mind. But yes, it's an 8.
It's an 8. You find it hard concentrating right now, just after the whole ordeal of what you've experienced. Try to draw your mind and focus on Argynvost, but something like draws you to what happened to Madame Eve as well. Wondering what really became of her. Is she really gone? So you can't get the focus you need, unfortunately, but understandably at this time. And the cart is moving around, and you're sitting on Barovian Pool, so you're bouncing a bit.
Bouncy.
Such a bouncy feeling. And let me see. Yeah. And going ahead, getting getting to the gate would probably be a couple of hours still. But being this close to the castle though feels kind of eerie, and this is usually one of the parts of the road where you're most anxious when you've traveled here before. We really don't want to do anything to make a commotion. And
Basil has like a real bloodlust to him as we're close to the castle, but he's not stupid, so he won't run off.
so there's like just something in you that really wants to just run up the hills and
Kick down the fucking gates to the castle. Strahd!
I'm home. Yeah. And
My name is Vessel. You killed my father. Prepare to die.
yeah, that'd be great. You killed my entire order. But after a while, a couple of hours more, you come closer to the crossroad. You know we're coming. But as you approach it, you see like parked in the fork in the road, pointing east, is a large black carriage that is drawn by 2 horses. You see the horses seem to be, well, they're standing completely still, but you know your horses, and they seem to be a little bit distressed. You can see they're breathing heavily, stomping the ground a little bit. And could you roll a perception for me, John Martino? And what is your passive?
My passive is 14.
14.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Let's see.
you'd have to roll.
Perception. 13. Well, yeah.
13?
Yeah.
Well, the 14 was high. They're standing completely still, but as you're getting close, you can see that the door to the carriage is open, and this carriage is a beautifully made black carriage. It's almost like polished. You can see a light glimmer in its lock. What is that in
Coated?
English?
I don't know.
Yeah, coating. And it seems like the door has been pulled open, as it seems to be hanging a bit on its hinges. You also see, when you approach a little closer, that almost like some claw marks have ripped part of both like the door and the frame apart a bit. And you notice some tracks like on the ground of right next to the carriage, but there's no foot tracks of footprints around the carriage other than the tracks of the carriage itself. And as you look around, you also see that the carriage had seemed to come the same way that you did.
I slow down a bit, and then I just inform the others inside. Just open the little hatch or window. There's some stuff here. I think we should be careful. Might be wolves or vampires around. Or both.
Do you want to check it out?
What the?
Well, it's sort of right in front of us.
Yeah,
We
but
sort of
should
have
we-
to go around it somehow.
But do you want to check it out or just ignore it and walk past?
I don't know what this is. I haven't seen anything like this before, right?
Yeah,
Or have I?
well, judging by just the looks, and I can now see like a picture of the carriage and how fancy it looks, you are thinking this must belong to the castle. You haven't seen a carriage like this in Vallaki, but you have maybe seen it a couple of times coming to town, and that's usually been around like the tax collecting times.
I see.
But you like rarely gotten any chance of seeing who has come and gone from this carriage. But you know that's someone important usually being transported in such a fancy carriage like this.
It might be worth just looking to see if there's any clues inside. This is likely associated with the castle over there. So I don't know what it's doing here and why it's been attacked, seemingly.
Could also be an invitation.
Or trap. Both.
Yeah, it might be.
But why is it clawed up? Why is the door almost off its hinges?
Make it seem less suspicious.
Less suspicious. What do you guys think? Do you want to check it out, or do you want to just...
Both.
Oh. What do you think?
If anything happens, don't feel much pain, so I can go to a closer look and see if it's trapped.
Yeah, I don't think that going into the carriage is the smartest move. So, like, straight off the bat, maybe.
No, I would
But
be
just looking at the outside, maybe.
It's a shame for the horses to just be there and not be able to leave, so... Maybe let them go as well? I think I would like to do.
That could be.
Or they'll get eaten.
Yeah.
I'll
Well-
go with you. I want to go check on the horses.
Okay.
Leaf, you stay here and watch the card, and I'll come along as well.
Yes, do have some wine or vodka. I got a terrible headache.
Yep, sounds about right. But Vessel is gonna approach the door.
In what manner?
With
In a non-threatening way.
no, in a
You know,
very
gotta-
threatening way.
Draw my sword in a not threatening way.
Gonna draw my sword and my shield.
As threatening as you can. No.
I'll try to go with them to try to calm the horses so they don't get spooked by the Iron Man coming over.
Yeah,
Try
with
to
a
calm
weapon
them
and
down
a shield drawn. You can roll an animal handling. With advantage.
Say
Oh, that's not
natural
20. Oh, okay, you don't need the advantage, but since you're like, you know your horses, I would also give you advantage in that, but it won't get better than that.
Yeah.
So what would you say you did to calm these horses?
Well, when Vessel is like stomping with the sword, maybe in a threatening way, I would probably go next to them, like sort of singing a little song to sort of mask the scary Iron Dude next to me. And if I can get close enough, I'm not sure if something happens, but I'll try to just come over and maybe let them. Maybe I have some feed for my horse in
Yeah,
my
you probably
pocket
have
or
some
something. I'll just have something for them
Apples
to
or
nibble on
carrots.
so they calm down. Yeah, something like that.
I could imagine like you have this little tune or something, a little whistle tune or something that you use for your horse and it starts with
Maybe for Duke, but I'm not sure it would work for these horses. So
Well,
I'll try to like play it safe, but
yeah.
maybe I get more confident as I get closer.
Just like the dude in the Jurassic Park as he tries to calm the raptors.
Yeah. Clever girl. There was a third horse.
But as soon as like you make eye contact with them and get their attention, they seem to calm down. And judging by the look of the cartons, they seem remarkably calm and just like they're just waiting for whoever was the driver. They don't seem to be much. You would imagine them being a lot more startled.
Yeah.
By the looks of it, but they're just waiting there, and they don't really mind you at all approaching them.
Be careful, Vessel. Something feels off here. I mean, obviously, but
And as you're seeing now that you've come here, the forest have drawn closer. You can see the cart was just in some parts. We're starting to go into the woods again, and you can see the mists surrounding the woods. But seems to be keeping off the road, much like you've seen before.
What's Miles doing?
Kind of looking out into the forest, trying to see if there is movement.
Okay, make a perception. It would be kind of hard as the fog is quite thick.
Yeah. Let's see your perception. Yeah, that's a nat 20 for a
Oh.
29
What the
total.
fuck? Oh, we have to update the nat 20. We have 2 nat 20s. Nat 20. Nat 20. Damn. These
You're too
rolls,
quick.
man.
Too quick on the second one.
Oh, it was, yeah. There's a little timer for that. There we're at nat 20.
These mists are not
Oh,
into me.
too
I can
fast
see
that
everything.
as well. Yeah, someone update that later. But yeah, natural. Okay, so even if it's obscured, you get like this naturally good vision.
I can smell you.
But you look into the forest and you don't seem to notice anything moving or anything watching you or stuff like that. But you find it kind of weird that there's no footprints or anything like it next to the cart, other than just on the ground where it looks like something had been dragged out of the carriage and then probably fell to the ground. But there's no footprints after that.
No drag marks either.
No drag marks on the ground.
Oh my god, it's like that scene from Van Helsing.
Ah,
And how's that scene?
just for references. We're not going to use it, of course. You know,
Yeah, I love that movie.
I look up into the tree line.
Go closer, and as you look up, and since you rolled so fucking good, you look up and you see some of the branches right next to the carriage. Some of the branches you can see quite close there in the picture seems to have been broken off, and you can see some of them
Broken,
being
like-
broken down, but broken
Okay.
upwards.
Yeah.
And you can upwards, and then like some of the tallest branches up in the tree, upper tree lines, have been broken off.
Either this thing has been dropped down here, or something went up from it, guys.
Do we know if vampires can fly?
Roll history.
God awful at those. That's 13.
13. Well, you've seen vampires changing forms into seemingly going into the mist. You haven't seen any vampires flying.
Okay, so we trust my memory and we scratch vampires.
I mean, this is a weird place, so it might be on par for the route.
So something came out of the cart, fell down, or was dragged just out of it, and then flew up, or was
Well,
jumped, or something.
according from the trees, something has gone through them, more or less, I would guess.
And something scratched the cart and almost tore off the door with claws, seemingly.
So there's a huge ass eagle, maybe
Do they have claws?
on their feet. Yeah.
Got
Ooh,
talons.
talons.
No.
With
Maybe I
swords.
can-
Semantics.
Hmm.
I mean,
Well, okay.
or a griffin? No.
Oh yeah.
Let's call him Peter.
You mean the griffin? Just so fucking sure it's a griffin. But you also notice now that you're right next to the carriage. You can see on the sides of it. You see the family crest of the Zarovich family.
Yeah, I'm gonna check out the cart. But I'm not gonna go into the cart. I'm gonna peek my head in and just make sure that it's not tripwired.
Yeah, you see the
Or anything.
lantern is still lit, the lantern hanging right next to the cart, and there's like a small little oil lantern. Whoop, up, 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 up. We've been muted. And no one's noticed.
Oh, cool.
Oh!
From outer space.
I hate my fucking life right now. Oh, okay, I'll do a quick recap. The string crashed. We launched it again. Vessel, he was exploring the insides of the carriage, the derelict carriage on the road there. It was some beautiful red velvet seatings on the inside. There was no one inside that he could see. Very luxurious. And while he was doing this, Molly said, Miles went up to the horses that Molly, why do I use your real name? John Martino was feeding with some apples at the time. And then he cast Speak with Animals. And I asked him to how he flavored the spell. How does his Speak with Animals spell work?
I put my hand up to the side of the bristle. Is that what it's called in English? Whatever.
Yeah.
And pat
Reins
on the mule. Yeah, reins, whatever. And I hold my hand there, and you see that the eyes, which are normally fairly bright white, they'll turn the same eye color as the horse does. And
eating some apples now. I'm just looking at you as they get this connection, because both your eyes had the same reaction.
Yeah. And John Martino and Wessel, if he's listening, you'll just hear some which then would take that hello.
Which translates into hello.
Yes.
Yes.
Greetings, traveler.
Greetings. It's gonna be established that the horses are British accents. Well, hello.
Ah, yes, pip pip, cheerio.
Yep.
You got some biscuits?
Oh, okay.
Is that
Tea
what
and
it says?
crumpets, mate.
Eating the apple.
Oh, I hope this is what they talk about, the horses.
Yeah, this is what it said.
Fucking biscuits. Where do you come from?
Well, that's a mighty big question, isn't it? Where do we
You're a
come from?
philosophical horse.
You're just saying.
Well, philosophical, what's that word?
Never mind. How did you get here?
Go where my master commands.
Oh, and who's your master?
The master.
Oh, I see. What does he look like?
Biscuits?
He looks like biscuits?
Do you have some biscuits?
I don't have all that much biscuits on me, but I do have like some dry fruits and nuts and stuff if you want.
This chap gave me fruit already.
Oh.
It takes another bite of your apple martini.
I'll turn towards John Martino, and I'm still holding on to the horse, so he'll just hear that I'm wincing like a horse.
Are you alright? Are you trying to tell me something, or
It's trying to communicate.
what's with your eyes? Is this? Do
And
you
it's
understand me now, or just the horse?
Oh, I'll let the hand take the hand off the head of the horse. Oh, he wants biscuits. Do we have any in the cart?
I don't know. Biscuits? I can make biscuits.
That might work.
Just hold out my hand and I go, biscuit. And I create a biscuit. Performance of creation.
the horse
There you
seems
go,
to be
here's a
seems to be quite amazing.
Oh, that's a magic right there.
You hungry, Miles?
No, but he wanted some biscuits.
Oh.
Turn around for a second there, looking at Duke Coltrane. And as you look at Duke Coltrane, just looking at Miles.
Oh, I know. I made a big cookie, so I'm just gonna split it into 3. I don't know how I do that, but I split it into 3 equal parts, and I give 1 to each horse. So first I give. Actually, I'll give you Miles. I will give you these. You can give them to those guys, and I'll go give 1 to Duke.
Okay.
And Miles
There you
is this now. You're now. Oh, LeBone is in chat. You are now. I want you to be able to RP your own horse.
Me?
And Ducal Train is understanding what Miles is saying.
Right.
So get into the mindset of
shit.
Ducal Train. Understanding conversation happening.
Yeah, this is going places.
Are you back home, LeBone? If he is back home already, we could take the break and we're actually around. Nope. Okay.
Nope.
On your way home. Well, weird shit is happening right here.
Yeah. I'll turn and offer up the biscuit to each of them, and then put my hand back on the horse.
It is magic.
Pat it. Well, my friend there is really good with making food.
Oh, I must say.
And when they eat this, there's actual food, right, Molly?
Yeah.
It just
just disappears after 4 hours.
4 hours,
So-
yeah.
For now, it's good.
I'm good. You got more?
Yeah. I think he's kind of tapped out at the moment.
More.
But if you tell us what your master looks like, I might convince him to make more.
Handsome.
Wait, say that again?
You don't speak horse.
No, you are correct.
So, are you waiting for someone?
Master.
Wait. Oh. And you're gonna take him home, or?
Wherever he wants to go. Dude, I'm starting to sound like Scooby-Doo.
Shaggy?
Oh my god.
That was a bad time to drink. That was a real good. You've done that before. Okay.
Also, it's dangerous how close Scooby-Doo and Yoda is compared to each
That
other.
is very true.
Yeah. Yeah, Yoda's just Scooby-Doo with speech impairment.
Okay, yeah. He's half-wit brother. Okay, where was we?
I don't know.
That might be the truest thing what's ever said in this campaign.
Miles is dissociating again. We're gonna be very hard not being Scooby-Doo right now. Sorry.
So, do you come from the castle?
Yes.
Okay.
Okay.
Oh.
I think I broke the DM.
Yeah.
It's just the long silence. I'm just gonna get this wine out now because this is the awkward social.
Yeah, this is
Just drink it.
that wine sure came in handy fast.
Yeah.
Who broke the DM? Welcome in, Kiwi.
What would you guys do if we went into the cart?
Nothing.
I'll turn around. And I'll drop the spell, so hopefully the horses don't understand common speech. These guys are useless.
They're horses. What do you expect?
Hey, don't talk like that about horses. Isn't that right, Duke Coltrane? You like the cookie? Oh,
I
yeah.
didn't say your horse, I said these guys.
Oh, but he said horses are. What did you? Well, what did they say?
They come from the castle and they're waiting for their master. But
That castle.
yeah,
The master in that castle.
probably.
We should probably leave.
And
Someone said leave. No.
Shut the fuck up.
Sorry. DM, Jesus.
okay,
Focus.
yeah. I don't think they're gonna give me anymore. So
You did your best.
All right. Well, should we just go on the road? I mean, we have the option to go to the castle right now. If only Leaf could tell us what to do.
maybe you should flip
Being
his
all
coin.
quiet. Yeah, maybe. Well, he's not saying anything, so.
Yeah.
Do you want Vessel? Do you want to investigate inside the cart more, or should we just leave? Because this is kind of creepy, I think, and we're wasting daylight, I think, also.
I kind of want to investigate some more, to be honest. I'm gonna do a quick divine sense.
Okay.
So, celestial fiend undead within 16 feet that is not behind total cover. I'm
16?
just gonna 60,
60. Okay. Oddly specific. Well, you
and I'm
don't.
just gonna rummage around inside the cart.
Yeah. the card doesn't give you any kind of those energies at all, and not in a 60 feet radius as well.
Do I find anything with my eyes?
You were asking for the aid first. Yeah, you can do either I always say inspection. It's investigation or perception, depending on what you want to look for.
Stuff. Clues, marks, items,
Mm-hmm.
anything.
Let me see.
Anything interesting.
Anything interesting? Okay, roll an investigation for me.
Say 16.
A 16. So you start looking around, and I imagine you were doing this. You had some time while they were doing the whole interrogation with the horses. Looking around the inner parts of the carriage, probably looking for maybe some hidden compartments and stuff like that. There we go. And you find a letter bearing the Dawnwatchers symbol.
What?
Yeah. You can see the Dawnwatchers symbol, like the back's been broken inside of it. And you see, as you open it, well, you've never seen this letter before when I think about it. But
I don't think I would open it either. If I recognized...
It was like, it's already broken, so it's like a letter that has been broken, so it's kind of folded in 3 pieces, like this. And it had the seal, but the seal's broken, so when you open, you find like a little compartment under one of the seats. And as you open it, you kind of already unfolds a little bit. And just by looking at it, you can see the title of it being By Order of Grand Master Vesemir.
Just gonna look at it for a second and say, Miles, does this look familiar to you? Or leave, but you know, Miles your place.
Yeah, This looks like something from the order I've joined.
And?
Well, you recognize it as being the same letter all of the Dawnwatchers received at the start of this adventure. The orders by Grandmaster Vesemir. If you remember that.
This seems like we might not be the first ones that have come here from our order.
And that you know, as you were sent after
Yep.
the first initial scouting party.
But
You know, when we found the half-dead guy and...
The half-dead.
yeah. So, but where are the? Where? They have really gotten around.
It seems to assume that these co-workers of yours traveled here and is now captured.
It seems that way, or maybe they. Yeah. Well, something has happened, and if that's all that's left, then
And then I agree with John, we need to go now. Found what I needed.
Yeah, I don't think we should stay here, even though I have questions. We should leave.
okay.
Yes, does anyone have any wine?
Let's.
Who are you?
I'm Leaf.
Oh, I thought it was Scott or something. Does anyone have any wine?
Yeah, it's
Stop.
Duke.
Just checking on my horse.
thought Periwinkle woke up.
Oh yeah, many people it could have been.
Yeah.
All right, we good to go?
But,
Yep, let's go.
I kind of want to figure out why are you guys suddenly so afraid?
Because Strahd lives there, and these are his horses, and your friends have a letter inside his cart, which has been torn open by something with claws that can jump or fly. And I don't know.
Which means that
Typically, being careful on the road works out for the best here, rather than risking things like this.
Yeah, staying around is probably a bad idea. Yeah, we could talk more on the road, perhaps.
Yeah, let's do that.
And just for clarification, DM, I did not see this on the way here, right? This is new. I think you're muted.
You're muted.
Who's muted?
Okay, there you
Yeah.
I am. No. What did you ask?
Did I see this cart on the way here? Just for clarification, I assume I did not.
You
right?
did not.
Yeah. Right.
And well, you could try to do like a survival check to see how old the tracks are. No,
I mean, sure. For sure. Survival.
16.
16.
Well, looking at the tracks and looking at it's quite a muddy road here. They seem to be quite fresh. Maybe that this cart had been traveling in the night. Kind of hard to tell if it was this or the other, but they're not too old.
Right. But your friends, I mean, one quick question. Your friends, Miles, they were here a long time ago, right?
Well, friends might be a strong word, but they're colleagues. You can say, yeah. They went a bit before us, and we were sent to check up on them since we didn't hear anything back.
And that's been a while. So...
Yeah.
Okay, well. Should we go?
Yes.
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
Lee, yes, he doesn't want to go.
Who doesn't want to go? Oh,
He wants to go back to Barovia.
Leave is needy, Skeevy says. Oh, he's drunk at this point. He's probably asleep.
Yeah, I'll carry him. I'll carry him like a baby. Let's move.
Yeah, let's move. We can always come back. We know where the castle is, so.
You do.
Let's
Drunk
go.
again. When they're asleep, not drunk though, to be honest. So you get into the cart, and as I said, you are now at the crossroads. The east part, now the southeast part leading up towards Castle Ravenloft, and the northwest part leaving further ahead. And you know that the Barovian Gates is really close, John, and you can so that's where you need to go to get towards Vallaki.
Are the gates
Take us that way.
guarded?
Are they guarded usually?
Well,
Like,
the
I
gates,
guess we'll find out.
in your experience, the gates are never guarded, and usually the gates are open.
Yeah, but sometimes they're closed.
Sometimes they're closed, but it's not often. So most of the time they've been open. At least when you've been traveling, you've been hearing that they're closed at times, but every time you've been traveling here, they've always been open. There are lights like braziers next to the gates that seem to be always lit, almost by magical means or something. They're just always lit, but you never seen anyone guarding it. That is also just as you guys experienced when you first came to Barovia.
So I don't know who closes it or who operates this at all. But it's close to the castle-ish.
It is close to the castle. Yeah, it's not that far away. So you understand that the west Barovian Gates and the east, that they're basically all the village of Barovia, and the castle is kind of the main area around the castle, which would be the most defendable position.
Yeah.
because it's pretty. The surrounding areas, as you could see near the cliff, it's a very high, a lot of cliffs, and it's hard getting to and from without traveling along the road.
Yeah.
So it's a very strategic area, and it's a well-suited location to have the castle.
Mm. Well, we should be fine. There's usually not a problem there. Sometimes it's closed, I heard, but we'll have to see.
Okay. Does it look anything like the gate that we first encountered?
I guess so, yeah.
They are pretty similar, yeah, in design,
Okay.
and they're a bit smaller though than the main gates, the West Barovian Gates. No, the East Barovian Gates. This is the West Barovian Gates. Sorry, I can mix those up all the time. The East Barovian Gates are tall. It's tall walls, but the West Barovian Gates are a bit smaller, and you don't have that wall surrounding the entire thing. But in design and architecture, they're very much alike. They both have the same type of statues guarding both sides of it.
All right, well, we head there.
Okay, in what pace?
I would say like just a medium pace, really.
A panicked one?
The panicked one.
Panic, medium
Yeah.
pace.
No. The same kind of pace you've been having.
Yeah. So
this
not
point.
super fast, but fast enough to get away from whatever was happening back there as well.
Yeah.
Medium pace.
I'll change
Yeah,
up so you guys can see the map again. If you want that.
Yeah.
Go. And
Oh, hello. Big map. Hello.
Big map indeed. There you guys are. Approaching the gates. I guess I could also Jesus. So let me find my notes there. Area. So as you now once more approaches, the forests get thicker and thicker as you approach the gates, and you can see there's and this road is more cobblestone. You can see that the road leading this way and all the way up to the castle seems to be once been and is way more maintained, as there's more cobblestone leading this up to the castle and up towards the gates. But the roots and mud and stuff is still filled most parts of it, and the forest starts to thicken as you approach, and you can see more high cliffs on both sides of the road as you are approaching the gates. And you see the mist is surrounding you on both sides of the forest and the cliffs, almost like the mist is kind of flowing down the sides of the cliffs, and it's quiet, very quiet as you approach, and you can now, it's pretty high walls, and you can start to see them in the distance. You may be 300 feet away at the point as you approach the gates. Is there anything you'd like to do?
I'll look out.
Yeah.
Okay, roll perception for me.
I will use my inspiration.
Are you on the outside or where are you on the carton right now? As only guys didn't.
I will be sitting on top.
Shitting on top.
Shitting on top. That's a dirty 20.
Hey.
Ooh, that's pretty good. As you're now approaching slowly, and John Martina, did you do the perception as you were driving?
I can do, yeah.
And Miles, where are you seated?
22.
I'm inside the cart at the moment, so
So not really on your guard.
Yeah.
22 and a dirty 20. That's pretty good. So you're approaching now at a very slow pace, trying to listen for any sounds or see anything on the road ahead. It's very hard to see anything in the forest and the cliffs on both sides now reaching maybe 50, 60 feet above you. The first like cliffs going maybe 30 feet and then further up again and a thick forest. But as you look forward, you hear some weird sounds, almost like some bat kind of sound screeches, and you hear a woman, "Get off me! Get away! Get away!" And you can hear some swinging and yelling in the distance.
Let's still be cautious here. Let's get closer.
Okay.
I have to cast a spell. Hang on. I'm gonna cast... You know what? I'm gonna cast Protection from Evil and Good on John.
Ooh.
Ooh, and how does this work? How does this look?
When I hear all the commotion, I'm just gonna lean over the side from the roof, just tap John on the shoulder, and it's like this blue shimmer just pulls over the entire silhouette of John and creates like a translucent blue shimmer around John.
Oh, why thank you. That feels nice. Thank you so much, my friend. What does this do?
Protects you.
Oh, thank you. Thank you for protecting me. Let's keep our eyes peeled here.
And as you approach a little bit further, you get that same feeling again, John Martino, of being watched, but not knowing.
Open the window and like knock to make sure the guys inside know to be on guard.
Mm-hmm.
Something is watching.
Is there anyone else would like to prepare?
Well, when you put it like that, no.
No.
So, you are protected against aberrations, celestials, elementals, fey, fiends, and undead. And they have disadvantage on attack against you. You can also not be charmed, frightened, or possessed by any of these creatures.
Oh god. Can you link the spell and roll 20?
That's a good thing.
If you can do. At the same time, I'll cast Aid on you three. So leave Miles and Vessel. So you have 5 more max hit points.
Ooh.
For 8 hours.
Hey.
For 8 hours. Nice.
You can heal back up as well. So just 5 more hit points.
It's a maximum hit points. Yeah, it's not temporary. It's a maximum.
No.
For 8 hours. Nice. So, I'll change the scenes there for you now, guys. So you're now in the cart. Mm-hmm.
I just saw something on the map.
Yeah.
Hey.
So now as you're approaching, you are about, let me see, 90 feet away. You see a familiar woman, but she's surrounded by these little bat-like creatures. She's got her back up towards a large gate that you can see is closed right now. The large iron gate is closed with the two looming giant statues on both sides of her. And she's just having her shield up and trying to slash her sword about to hit some of these creatures. That they look like bats, but not really like anything you've seen before. Hard to see at this distance, though.
What the fuck are those?
What are those?
Yeah. Those are cool. I haven't seen them before, but they're cool.
Who is that?
Well, you recognize her
I want to hunt them.
as Irina.
Yeah.
And looking in the distance, she looks to be quite muddied up. Her armor and clothes seems very dirty.
Doesn't she usually have red hair?
No.
The hair is so muddied, it's brown.
I have
Cool,
not
cool.
described her as red-haired. But she may have been in your other campaign, but
Maybe.
but I've changed her looks.
I don't think
up.
I've seen her much in this campaign at all. I think I joined when she disappeared. The session
Yeah,
I
that's
joined.
true. That's true. You haven't seen
I
her
haven't
that
talked
much.
to
Yeah,
her.
you
Yeah, she got,
joined in the
taken.
same session she disappeared. That's true. So you haven't seen this woman before, but as you see her, edge still muddy as fuck. She's quite pretty. I can give you guys a little.
You might be thinking about the necromancer lady.
It's not the necromancer lady. This is Irina, the one that was
Yeah,
kidnapped
but
at the church.
The redhead.
Oh, she had red hair?
Well,
Oh, yeah, okay.
She, the red. Well, she was blonde. She was called the
I
red.
can see
Whatever.
some red in the
She was
picture.
called it because she had
It's
red.
not important.
She had red, red robes. Show to players. There we go.
Yeah. Nice.
But she is clad in chainmail. She has a shield and a sword that glimmers, as you can recognize. It must be silvered, and she seems very able-handed as a warrior. But yeah, it's a very pretty woman. One that your friend Raja would write songs and poems and things about if he ever got to see her. But yeah, she's now surrounded by these weird bat-like creatures. Let me see. I can enlarge them a bit for you as well. That was shift set, wasn't it? There we go.
What the hell?
Yeah,
Yeah, I don't.
What I thought they looked like.
they're cool.
Unable
Nice.
to wrap my head around what's what.
These are the little things that's flying around their head. It looks like almost like a flying squirrel, kind of, just without the fur. They have these long snouts that kind of looks like mosquito. What do they
Like
call it?
anteaters? Yeah.
Yeah. Kind of like, yeah, but this is if you had a microscope and looked at a mosquito, this is probably what that would look like. It's got some hair surrounding its head, but otherwise it looks like a naked rat kind of squirrel thing. It has several arms on the underside of it, a small little long tail, and it's just surrounding her, trying to almost get close to her neck or something, or the openings on her armor. Just swarming her at this point, making this terrible, small squeaking, surprisingly loud noises.
Well, Vessel is gonna charge.
Do you charge out of the card?
Yes, I was on top.
Back towards the castle.
Roll initiative.
Yeah.
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 Leaf is just about here. Leaf is probably just around the corner as
He's
well.
probably just around the corner, so we might take a break here. And
Just around the corner.
I'll set this up. This could be a good time to take a break.
I got a 3.
He's got a charge. I got a 3. Okay, John, you guys can roll initiative first, though, and I'll prep.
I got a magnificent 7.
16.
You're so prepared. 16. Well, man, John, you got a 16.
Yeah.
And I can roll for Leaf. Oh, he's got a +7 in initiative. Holy.
Yeah, man. Proficient.
Oh, natural 20.
Oh shit, he's going first.
Oh my god.
He's in the wind.
He's got a free action on his first turn. Really? Oh, now it's upping that.
Free action. Sober up.
Shit, that is very good. Okay, yeah, he's got 27 in initiatives. Okay, that is everyone's. Oh shit, there's one I've forgotten about. We have Duke Coltrane.
Oh, the cameras.
Hey!
Hello.
Oh, hello.
Should I roll for Duke as well?
Yeah.
Or do you just... Oh, okay.
What about
there we go.
Periwinkle?
That's a 7 for him. It says there's an error message with putting it into the turn tracker. No valid token is selected.
Yeah,
It
he
said for
doesn't
both
have
of
a token, but
Yeah, but
I
it
manually.
said the same for John as well.
Oh, I did. Yeah, I put yours
You
in.
have to mark the token in roll 20 when you roll.
I have to do
initiative.
it. Oh, okay.
Oh, okay.
Anyway,
Yeah, I've put him. What is his max HP?
don't say that.
It's X
It's
plus
30. 30.
Don't say that. Okay, there we go.
It's gonna be fine.
Okay, there we go. Okay, let's. The counter is starting here. Let's go into a break. Yeah. So yeah, the last thing that happened was that you approached the West Barovian gates, and you could hear some sounds of some bat kind of creatures, and a woman screaming and trying to fight them off. And you realized that it was, you recognized it as Arena. At least Miles and Leaf and Vessel recognized it as Arena. John Martino, we remember, actually never seen her before. As she was kidnapped that same session that he arrived. The whole encounter started as Vessel launched forward, charging forward. But I rolled initiative for you, Leaf, and you got net 20.
Of course, I'm fast.
You are fast as fuck. So you get a free you have 2 actions on your first turn here.
I just woke up and saw a lot of bats. Is that the thing?
Just sleeping with your wine bottle and whoa!
Whoa, dude, I'm ready. I'm ready. Let's see. Inspiration, full health. Okay, I'm ready to. Ooh.
And this is.
Well, anyway, I started blasting.
You also have 5 more max HP because I cast 8 on you.
Yeah.
Who is that? Is that Irena in the middle?
Yes. Right next to the gates. She has her back to the gates. The gates are closed behind her, and she's been sworn by this little. They're not big. They're probably like this size, and they look like naked flying squirrels / rats with a lot of extra arms underneath them. And they have like this mosquito-like snout. Yeah, they look fucked up.
Okay, so this is gonna happen. Leaf is like, Irena, I was actually thinking about her right now. And I will run. I will run a little bit like, hello, Wessel. Nice to see you. I will run there and then do this. Lord, Savior, Godfather. Help me with this! And there's suddenly a flashing light coming out from my hands, and I'm shooting guiding bolts.
Ooh. Let me zoom out.
On that one.
I have to adjust what the players are. The viewers are seeing. Why can't I? Oh, there we are. No. Why is it so weird? Roll the dice. Roll 20. What the stream is watching. Do I have to?
Yes. Can I shoot? Yes.
There we go. Okay. Yeah.
Guiding bolt.
Guiding boy to the closest one to you. This one.
I don't know. Who cares?
Hey.
22. Does it hit?
Cares? I care. 22 definitely hits.
Yes. Okay. Cool. And that's 4d6. It's awesome damage. 17. He's dead. And I'm gonna use my bonus action to
note that you don't even want this shit confirmed. But yeah, the guiding bolt shoots at him. Have you ever used guiding? Is this the first time you use guiding bolt?
Yes, I'm gonna use my bonus action to react to what the fuck happened.
Okay, so yeah, you shoot this light out of your hand, and you just see this little bat-like creature. It just splatters in the air, blood all over the place. And she's just a poor Arena who's just going trying to hit it with her sword, just get this blood spatter all over her face, and she looks.
I'm gonna turn around to Vessel and be like, "Did you see that? That's awesome!"
And what Arena saw was just this strong light, like her point of view, just strong light, just almost blinding her for a second, and you can see. Oh god, the door just opened a bit there. Leaf.
It's gonna hear.
Oh. This is what she hears. I have like a sound for this on my stream deck.
Listen, I need to be careful. These hands are powerful. And that's my turn.
Did you use your second action?
Do you move?
No, my second bonus action is to be surprised over my power.
But do you have another
Your
action?
action because you rolled a nat 20 on initiative.
And you have your movement.
And I'm suddenly, oh shit, I'm actually really fast because I drank a lot of wine. So I will actually, I used one spell slot. I will this time.
And you can't cast 2 spells in one turn.
But there's 2 turns because I got.
No, you just get an extra action. It's still 1 turn.
But you can cast a cantrip,
You
right?
can, it's a
Yeah, I can
cantrip.
cast a cantrip.
Why didn't I run?
Yeah, you
I
can.
didn't. I can't get you over there. It's impossible. Okay, I will.
Don't you have a short bow?
Wait. I have a feline agility. I can use that.
Yes.
Yes. So how is that again? Double your.
You get
speed until
120
the end
feet.
of-
Isn't
yes,
that it?
okay. Right. So I'm gonna. So that one is dead, right?
Oh yeah, that's the he's splattered.
I'm gonna be like, you're probably dead too. And I will use my short sword. I'm gonna run up to that bat and
Yeah,
it.
cool.
17, 25, that hits.
That hits. How you wanna do this?
There's 6 sneak attack as well, right?
Yeah.
Because
It's dead.
yeah,
It's
of course.
dead.
It's actually really bad. It's 6 only damage.
Well, it's enough.
Oh,
How you wanna do
Um,
this?
I'm gonna like run in slow motion, like watching Irena right into her eyes and be like, ha, I'm gonna save you. And I drag my sword and shoo!
Because are you sprinting on to both your feet, or do you use like your when you're using this
Yes,
free
I'm using.
feline?
Yeah, it's really sexy, and you know, leopards are sexy, you know. Running like this, and I grabbing my sword, and I'm only running with 1 hand and 2 feet, and I got my sword. And while I'm watching Irena, I'm like, what? And
Just
the bat
in in the air as you go past her. Just stab.
and I now have a bat on my sword.
You have a shish grip, yeah. You
Yes,
have
and that's and then
grillspyd.
and then I'm actually doing something really funny. Wait a minute. No, that's a bonus action. Fuck. No, it's not funny at all. I'm gonna take my other sword.
Okay.
No, I'm not. I'm just gonna stand there and watch Irina in her eyes and say hello. I'm
Well,
just
by
a
all means,
deer.
just kill all of them.
I can't. I moved. Wait, I can move more. Yes.
Yeah, you
Yeah,
had
I'm gonna grab
220
my
feet.
sword and kill it
Jesus Christ, yeah, that
with
was
my
quite
silver sword.
that was quite a round.
11, does that
Yeah.
hit?
Oh yeah, you have another attack. Oh shit, yeah. Let me see. Does that hit? That does not hit. As
No.
it's quite hard to hit in the air. It's quite small and it's flying around. So the last one doesn't
fine.
connect. Okay, that was your turn.
Yeah.
You know what? Vestal's just gonna lean up against the cart and just watch.
Huh. Yeah, because for all you guys know, he was sleeping in the cart a couple of seconds ago, and then just in like 6 seconds, he just
Shoots
goes out of the cart,
lasers and
sends a light beam, runs like a fucking tiger, and stabs another one.
You know what? Leaf got this.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna hang
I
back and watch.
He just entered beast mode. Like, what the fuck?
I mean, float like something sting like a leaf.
Think like a leaf.
This is float like a butterfly, isn't that?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So
Float like a bat that gets stung by a leaf.
it's now this little fucker's turn, this flying fucker's turn, and as they were surrounding Arena there for a second, they now divert their attention to you as you splattered one of their, I don't know if they're siblings or whatever, what the fuck they are, but they didn't take kindly to the killing of their kind, and they're now surrounding you, which will give them advantage on their attack. And he will try to, like, they go down towards you with their little snouty things first, whatever they're called, and try to hit you.
It's like Darkest Dungeon and they're all disease carriers.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Kreslol.
So the first one, I'll just roll the attacks for all of them, which will be 3 attacks. The first one was a 22. Second one is a 12. That does not hit. The third one, even with advantage, is a 20. What? Is that a crit? Wait, I can't see the dice. 9, and one was oh shit. The last one was a crit.
Oh boy.
Okay, so the first
Crit doesn't hit.
Can't hit.
crit doesn't hit
Possible.
Leaf. Not in this. So you just had this glorious turn, and this one of them, the first one flew down on you, and he just attaches to you. He just go towards your neck, and he just, with all his little extra arms that is underneath its flappy, leathery wings, just attaches to you, just like the face fuckers from Alien, which I call them. I don't know what they're usually called. The one that goes before you get infected with the xenomorph, and it attaches to your shoulder and just like a wet sheet. Jesus.
Wet.
And it starts you can feel it starts to suck, like it puts its little I don't know what they call it in English, but the stinger pierces you with its stinger, and at first you only feel the sting of it, dealing 5 points of piercing damage, but you can feel it starts to drain your blood. So soon they will start draining you, but not...
Did I get some temp HP, by the way?
You got 5 more max HP.
Max HP,
Okay.
actually. For 8 hours you got 5 more max HP. So it can be healed back up, actually.
Yep.
The third one also attaches to you on your other shoulders. You have them like shoulder pads right now on both your sides. And you can really feel they're sticking to you. And that was a critical hit. Dealing 11 points of piercing damage. That's the maximum amount of damage he could do with that at 2d4s.
Okay.
Yep, and that is their turn. And now... Okay, what is your guys next to the card? What is your passive perceptions?
14.
14?
17.
17.
13.
Let me see. Yeah. You just see a shadow. And Miles and Vessel. You just notice a shadow going over the card. Nothing other than that. When you look up, you can see the mist is starting to gather around. And it's kind of filling the air above you, making it hard to see. But you saw a shadow just go past. John.
It's my turn.
Yep.
Oh no, get the lady again.
I'm just gonna move 30 feet so I can see things properly. I'm gonna hop off the card here. So 30 feet, I guess, here. Yeah, 15, yes, 30. Actually, can I see them from there, or is the tree in the way? Do I have sight on that guy?
Let me see. You have sight. Yeah, if you can see him on your screen, you can see it.
All right. Okay. Cool. Oh yeah, I see them. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, it's too far away for that spell. I guess I'm just gonna go, oh, you guys better be careful. Your mind might just snap. And I'm gonna cast Mind Sliver on this guy. He has to make an intelligence saving throw. of 14.
Okay.
I hope he has some int stats.
That was a 0.
0. So his mind snaps, he takes 2d6 psychic damage. So that's 11 psychic damage, and he has disadvantage on his next saving throw.
Disadvantage
Until
on his next
my
saving throw.
turn. Yes. For 1 turn.
How much damage did you say it did?
11 psychic damage.
11 psychic damage. Well, you just see as the Mind Sliver connects, you just see its head starts bulging out and just pops as well. More blood. It's surprisingly large amount of blood just burning out in a bubble and hitting Leaf and covering Leaf and Arena in more blood.
Nice.
As it pops. That was your turn?
That's my action. Let me see if I can inspire Leaf as well for my bonus action. I just want to see. Where's my ruler? Is he within 20?
I am your
60 feet.
ruler.
There we go. He's just within 60 feet, so I would go. Hey, Leaf, that was some cool light you just shot there. Can you do it again? I believe you can. I believe in you. And you're inspired for the next 10 minutes.
Most
Nice.
inspiring 6-second little speech I have.
I'm kind of far away, so I gotta shout it to him.
Yeah.
That was really cool.
You got a bearing voice. Okay, that was your turn.
Yeah.
Okay. So, John, you don't notice until it's right upon you. You just see this dark shadow come down upon you just out of the sky, and all it breaks out of the mist, and you just see this. You just able to look up at it, but it's too late for you to be able to like react to it. As he had stealthed up to you, you did notice it, unfortunately. And you just see this large, leathery, winged creature. You see the head looks just the same as this little fucker's, but this is no little fucker. He has large heads, and he looks humanoid. He has arms and the torso and the legs, almost like a human. But he got claws both on his hands, long, elongated fingers and feet, and he just launches down and comes down upon you, and he'll get advantage as a surprise attack on you for the first attack here.
But is it a
Aberration, undead, or celestial, or something? Because I have protection against evil.
What is the different types again?
Aberration, celestial, elemental, fey, fiend, or undead?
Unfortunately, not.
None of those. Okay.
None of those.
what?
A lot of creature types. Okay. Cool.
There's a lot of
Bring
creature
it.
types. It's none of those.
Bring it.
So he comes down upon you with his claws. 22, does that hit?
Dang. Yes.
Oh, you were very lucky with his first slashing damage. 4 points of slashing damage as he comes down upon you with his feet, clawing into your shoulders, feeling almost like he tried to grab you, but he couldn't quite get the hold. But his sharp claws just slices your shoulders. But that's not all. You feel as the claws were almost coated in some acid, because you could feel a burn in the open wound now, and you can see that there seems to be some acid in the wound as well, dealing another 7 points of acid damage.
Ooh, can I use my reaction, Stone's Endurance?
Yes, you
Can I
can.
reduce? So that was 4 plus 7 is 11.
Yeah, 11
I'll
points in
use
total.
1d12 plus 3. Let's see what that does. I reduce it by 10, so I take 1 point of damage.
Ooh. So as you feel the burn of the acid, you just buff up. Isn't that what you flex?
just
You
flex
just
out.
flex, and you see the acid kind of leaves the wound, and the wound starts to close up almost fully, and
Why, hello there.
and the
Look at him
creature
off.
goes up into the mists again.
Do I get an attack of opportunity?
Yes,
Cool.
you do.
Yeah.
I'm going to slash him with my longsword. Yes. That is not enough. 12.
12. I don't think it is, but let me double check. It is not enough. And I'll give you guys a little closer look at this guy. This is what you're
Yes.
seeing right now.
Oh.
Hello.
You can
Yeah,
see they
that's
have these
nice.
raggedy clothes on them as well, and large leathery wings. But yeah, it's like those little fuckers, and the exact same head, but very humanoid otherwise. But then you have never seen these before, John Martino Vessel. You've never seen these before either. They are new, even though you guys are native to these lands. Okay, that was its turn. Now it's Irina's turn. And she will start launching her sword to the nearest little face fucker. I'm gonna call them that from now on. That is a 20, dirty 20.
Nice.
And she slices one of them in half, and she's got an extra attack as well. And she will turn around and slice the other one close to her. That is... Oh, shit. That is not enough. She got a 12 on the other one. So one of them is dead. The one closest to her is a Gonzo. And she tried to... Yeah, when she moved over here, tried to kill the second one. Missed it. But she goes around on the backside of it. And that is her turn. And she will just say, "You guys came in the nick of time. What happened at the church?" And that is all she... Okay, let me see. Creatures in the dark. Yep. Okay. Another one comes sweeping. Miles, you haven't left the cart yet, have you? No, you still... I think you're muted, by the way. Couldn't hear that. Just
Well, no,
there.
I'm not. Haven't left anything.
And you see one of them, a vessel, comes out of the mist, seemingly come from one of the cliffs. And he's making his way towards you, but it doesn't make it all the way. He's just above some of the treetops right now. But he comes out and you can see it. Because as he was flying, the mist kind of departed and made way. That one turn. And then another one. I'll have to do... what is your passive, Leaf?
Oh. You ask right question, I like. My passive perception is 19.
Oh shit! Nice. Okay, so you are not surprised by this, as because you can hear the flaps of larger wings coming from behind, and over at one of the cliffs. There we go. This guy, and he comes for you, but he will not get the surprise attack, as you can see him coming. And he will try to claw you as well with his feet. 17 to hit.
Yes, I got 17 in AC, so...
That hits. That connects. So you could see him coming. You tried to turn around, but he came down with his feet right at your chest, clawing you for 7 points of slashing damage. And you as well feel this acid properties. Acid's claws leaves your body. You can see he leaves some drops of acid in the wound, dealing another 7 points of acid damage.
6 plus 7?
7 plus 7.
You're gonna kill me. Okay.
Yeah, well, you ran into their Duke Coltrane.
He's just gonna hold his hooves and watch out for flying creatures from above.
Yes, so hold action hooves. Miles.
Yes. I'll hop out of the cart. Oi.
Mhm.
I'll. They might have. It's okay. Okay, I'll go.
Disassociating in the midst of combat.
This place. No. I'll take go a little bit further north, and then take aim at this
Yes,
flying
you
guy
just see him over the treetops.
with my bow.
Mm-hmm. And
See, there we go, and we roll it. That's a beautiful 12.
beautiful 12 just shoots up and hitting one of the branches in the trees. Unfortunately.
That was a warning shot. I'll try it again.
Here you got extra attack. That's true.
Yep.
Okay.
16.
16. And that is enough. You
All
hit
right.
it. Just hit it. You just took some better aim, and you hit it just as it was passing the treetop now, and you hit it.
For 5. That's it's so far away.
5
I
points.
only grazed it.
And that was a normal arrow, right?
Yeah, just a normal arrow.
You hit it, and it's one of you hit it in the arm here with one of its arms, but the arms he has separate arms, other than his wings. 6 points of damage. Is that what you said?
5.
5.
Piercing.
It's good that you're honest. Let me see. That was the second one. Okay, that's your turn.
Yeah, and I'm just gonna go a little bit closer to wherever he is. And that's my turn.
Wherever he is.
Come
Now,
down!
Vessel.
I guess I'll involve myself. Don't there's more
Yeah.
around.
This is my time to shine. You've been leaning against the cart.
This is my moment.
Ha.
I will move up here.
Yeah, this one, it's the one that was right next to John now. He is obscured, and he's about 15 feet above the ground.
But can I see where he is?
You can see, you can see the outlines of him. But he is obscured, so it will be harder to hit.
No. I just need to know where he is. I will cast. Where'd it go? Channel Divinity, and I will cast Champion's Challenge on both of these fuckers.
On both the sides of the road. Okay.
I need a Wisdom saving throw.
A Wisdom saving throw. That is a 24 on the first one up in the air.
God dang it.
And a 9 on the one next to Miles.
Cool.
That fails.
He cannot willingly move 30 feet away from me.
Ooh. Nice.
And as an action, I will look at the guy who resisted me, point my hand at him as a
Reset your charms.
Sparkling electric blue lightning shoots from my hand and hits him, hopefully.
Hopefully.
It's a 22.
22, the one in the air, you
Yes.
said? Yeah. 22.
For 10
10
damage.
Yeah, it hits. 10 points of damage on the one flying. That was the first dude. 10 points of the... That is necrotic, isn't it?
It is
If it was the Eldritch Blast.
What is Eldritch Blast? What damage?
Force
No, that's force damage, yeah.
Force damage, yes.
Nice. And you can see it connecting as like you shoot your bolt up in the air and it parts some of the mist, and he gets revealed for a second there, and you can see it connects. It hits Strahd in the chest, but he's still maintaining his flying capacities.
Oh, that's my turn.
That's your turn, and that is the end of round 1. We're at round 2, and back to Leaf.
Yes. So I still got those bats on my shoulders, right?
Oh yes, they are stuck.
I'm trying to like just push it off, you know, and
Yeah, and you can attempt to stab them as well.
yes, but I'm doing something here, DM. Okay. Okay, so I hit that guy while I'm cursing. Desert, you mother. And let's see here. Fuck me, a 12.
Inflict
Oh
wounds.
shit, that would've been cool. You have inspiration.
I got inspiration, so I want to
So
use
it's a
inspiration.
D8, and you can roll it with advantage, I believe, because of the little thing that floats. Yeah, you can roll twice.
Advantage D8, roll like a 12 plus.
Actually, never mind. It's not advantage, but if you, it explodes.
Oh, because you have to. Oh, so inflict wounds is okay. You actually have to hit with it. It's a touch spell.
It's a touch spell. I'm hitting him.
Yep.
Yeah, it's
Nice. Okay.
You do not have
D8.
advantage on it. Yeah, just a D8.
D8, yeah, okay. It's 3, so 12 plus 3, it's 15.
15.
He's like on my shoulder. He should
That
be
yeah,
easy.
you hit it.
Yes. So he get this like necrotic feeling over him. I actually don't know what's going on. So you see some green stuff coming out from my claws, and while I'm hitting him, and he takes 25 necrotic damage.
So as you hit it to punch it, you just see the like all over it open small cuts and wounds, and he just as you're looking at it, as all these little cuts is happening, you just for a second you get eye contact with it, this ugly creature, and it just spurts into blood as well, and you're just covered in blood and bits and yeah, innards.
The inspiration explodes as well. So if the other one is within 5 feet, it has
It
to
is. It's on the other shoulder.
Yeah, so Constitution 14.
Constitution
takes some
14.
damage.
Okay,
What about Irena?
that is a 22.
No, you can. If you want to hit Irina with the blast, you can choose so. But well, it says you can choose who the inspiration affects.
Oh, I know the bat, of course.
Yeah, but it succeeds, so it takes no damage.
Okay.
He's also 10 feet away.
Yeah, but apparently it was 5 feet away because they were both on his shoulders.
Yeah, they're both on his shoulders. Yeah.
And I can't use.
Wait,
can't
the other
use-
one, the big one, he has to do
Oh yeah, okay.
because he's right next to Leaf as well. There was a what did he say? Where con?
Constitution. Yes.
Oh, he fails.
He takes 3 because that's what you rolled, right? Yeah, 3
3
thunder damage.
thunder damage. So just loud noise emits from the little, what was it, a musical note or something above his head?
Yeah, it's just like just hovers around and then he inflicts wounds. The orb goes into his hand, helps him, and then explodes with musical power.
Nice. But one of the little fuckers still on him. Oh,
Yeah. DM, can I use my inspiration to use a cantrip?
No, it doesn't give you an action. It's just a reroll.
Yeah, but you could be nice.
No.
sometime. No,
It's
okay.
nice enough to do the reroll.
Then I have no bonus action because wait. Yes, I can
Do an
take off my
offhand.
sword and hit him with my offhand sword.
Yeah, because you
Okay.
got 2 short swords, don't you?
Yeah, I do.
And you can
A
use it
silver
often. It's
and
just
I
without the
use the
bonuses.
silver, of course,
Mm-hmm.
without the bonuses. Silver. That's a 19 to hit.
That hits.
So that's just a normal D6.
Yes.
Dos damages.
I want to do it.
How I wanna do it?
How do you want to do it?
I'm just like
Like
hitting
with
the other
reach?
guy, and a lot of things are happening, and I'm like, what the fuck is going on? And I stab my shoulder, the bat on my shoulder, and I got like 2 bats on my sword now. It's bleeding.
And you can feel
Getting a
as you
camo.
hit it, it really was attached to you, and it was starting to suck your shoulder.
But my
And
shoulder.
it loosens its grip. But it was really, yeah, you can see a very open wound that is bleeding quite a lot. You are bleeding a lot from your wounds.
Okay, but they are dead now, so that's fine. And I'm
Yes.
actually pointing at the other guy. You're next.
Nice. Okay, that was your turn.
Yes.
Okay. Once again, you, Vessel and John, you notice something like a dark shape moving over you, maybe around 20-30 feet up in the air. And you hear this laugh.
No thanks.
Yep, you can go.
And it's your turn, John.
Can I see the one above me? Like the outline still?
Yeah, the one above you. You can see the outlines, yeah. It's obscured, but you can see it.
Yeah, because I think that's my best bet. Oh, well.
We can see the one next to
I
Miles
can see
better.
both.
Yeah.
I can see both.
You can see it's entirely. It's not obscured either.
But there's not a third one that just flew above. Or I heard a third one.
You
Is that
heard
it?
something flying above you, yeah.
Can I try to see it?
You could.
Is that an action or?
That would require, if you're proficient, it's a bonus action.
Well, I'm proficient, yes.
That is a
Bonus
homebrew
action?
rule, chat. That's something we go. If you're proficient in a skill, you can use a bonus action to use it in combat.
Cool. Yeah, I'll do that. Yes, I'll use a perception check. I'll actually use my inspiration to do it again. Because it's kind of important. It doesn't work. So 13 or 14 is my passive. So I guess I don't see anything else.
You don't see anything else.
Mm,
But that was just a bonus
well-
action.
yeah. Okay. I'll then cast Bane on the 2 I can't see. Yeah, I will do that.
To Bane on the two you
I
can.
could hold my spell until the 3rd one attacks. But he's not going to do that. He's just going to cast Bane on those 2, so they have to make a Charisma 14
The
saving throw.
one next to Miles and the one next to you?
Yes.
Okay, so they both have to make a charisma saving throw. The first one above you is an 11, and the one next to Miles is a 13.
Cool. They both have Bane. D4 subtracted from attack rolls, saving throws.
Bane,
And-
D4 attracted from saving throws and...
Attack rolls.
Ooh, that's
Yes.
good. How
For
does
one.
that... How do you flavor that?
How would I flavor that?
Play
Would
it
say, hey
Tritolus.
guys, you guys better not attack us again. You don't want to attack me in particular. Because look what I can do. And I just start like posing in different like sort of, and magical sort of waves sort of fly over to where they're hovering in their
Oh.
Aura just emits
where
Oh.
they're- Yeah.
I'm so picturing.
And they
this.
start feeling uncertain. They're like, yeah, well, I kind of don't want to attack anyone here, right? Because this
Especially
is like art. Especially me. So, I don't know. That's what it looks like right
They
now.
don't wanna attack the most juicy target. Probably with the most popping veins and...
Yeah. That is my turn.
Okay. Well, that is now it's the one flying above you's turn again, and he's falling. He's coming down for another attack. Let me see, and he will try. Now he's just. It's not the feet this time. He's coming face first with his proboscis, is what it's called actually, and try to hit you with that. That is a 19 to hit.
Was that with Bane?
Oh shit, yeah, that's minus 1d4, was it?
Yes.
Ooh, 15.
That would hit, but I would use my reaction to cast Shield.
Ooh.
And I just go, oh, nice try.
You can
I
see
told you
it,
you
he
don't want to
just-
hit me.
He just goes down there with proboscis first.
And it just bends as it hits its force
Yeah,
shield. It just goes
because it's soft. It's soft, so it goes first. And bends its nose. He goes down and he goes back up, and you'll get an opportunity attack.
No, I made
No,
a
use your
bad
reaction.
last time. Yes, and I did
Yeah,
use my reaction last
and
time
let
as
me
well.
see. Yeah, he's not close to Vessel, so he goes back up, and this time he goes so far up in the air that he is heavily obscured, so you can no longer see it.
Give me. Okay, well, cool.
So it's kind of hard to tell. You can like see, let's see, about 15 feet above you is obscured. But, if
But
you
is
go
it like
beyond
an
that-
area so you can see where it is?
No,
Is it
it's
different area?
just thick fog covering,
A
and
large area?
yeah, large area
Okay.
of like covering the entire like valley where this this gate is.
Gotcha.
It seems unnatural.
Oh boy.
All right, now it's Arena's turn. There's this one oh, it's a big one. So she will go up to the big one and try to hit it with her silvered sword.
Did they have a turn?
Hmm?
Did the two of them have a turn?
The two of...
The other two bigger boys?
Oh shit, no, yes, the other, no, the first one. The one that just attacked John. He was the first of them.
Okay.
The other
so
one
no.
hasn't had their turn, so Arena goes before the two other ones. So she will try to attack with longsword first here. Oh my god, that's an 8. But that is a 21, dealing 10 points of silver slashing damage. That was on this guy. Slashing it, creating a big wound in its chest there, but he's still staying alive. And she just looks back at you, Leaf, and you both are just drenched in blood at this point. Her hair just sticking to her face, looking at you. What? Is this bad? Are we in a bad situation?
Yes.
No, you're in a bad situation.
Oh god. And now it is the one that was next to Miles' turn. He will naturally get his attention to you, Miles, as you were trying. Well, you hit it one.
Yeah. Come on, bring it.
And he is coming down. Claws first. That is a 20 to hit.
That does, of course, hit.
Dealing 10 points of slashing damage plus... yeah, 22 damage in total.
Ooh.
12 points of
What?
acid damage as he just hits you hard, grabs your shoulders, slices them up, and goes up. And you feel the strong acid burns.
So he's leaving my range while he goes up?
No, he's still right next to you.
Okay, so he is
But
still
he
there,
isn't
right?
grabbing
Yeah.
you. Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
It has multi-attack.
You just realized?
I just realized.
Yeah, I know you want to kill me. Let's bring it. Come on. Don't be a pussy.
It has multi. I haven't used it this far.
They have
Okay, yeah.
multi-attack as well.
Multi-pass. Okay, that's a reference. I'm hoping someone is taken. It will do... now that it had got its claws and opened some wounds, it will try to hit you with its proboscis. And that is 16 to hit.
Yes, hits.
It just hits. Oh god.
Yes, hits.
That is a 7 piercing damage as it puts its proboscis into your open wounds. And 5 points of necrotic damage as you can feel it starts to drain, and you can just see his proboscis as it drains the blood. It expands a bit and you can just see it filling it up, and it regains. You can see that his wound starts closing up a little bit as you are
Is
drained
this
this
with
way.
D4s, by the way? I forgot. It's minus
Oh,
D4s.
Yeah,
every
it's
time.
banned.
That is true. I did not do that.
Uh,
That was a 1.
the first one was a 20, right?
The first one was a 20.
Yeah, that would hit anyway.
But this other one, it just hit with a 16.
Yeah, so that
wasn't
would
it?
have
So
missed.
the one, oh, so this doesn't hit.
Yeah.
Okay, you doesn't.
Cool.
You don't take any of these damage. It didn't hit.
I'll take the first damage, because that wouldn't miss anyway, even with the D4 reducted.
Yeah, that would hit.
reduced. So, yep.
But it tried to hit you with its proboscis and didn't. You just slapped it away as it was getting going. Okay, that was its turn. Yeah, these guys were a bit more dangerous than I thought they were. No, sorry. That's the one next to you now, Leaf, and you are. Yeah, you're bleeding as fuck. So you're walking meal to this guy, and he will try to suck you dry.
God damn it. I'm an idiot. It's fine.
Hmm.
No, don't matter.
And that is.
I have absorb elements, which I could have reduced the first hit.
Ah.
Acid damage, but I forgot it, so it's fine.
16 to hit.
Doesn't hit.
Okay, so it didn't hit you with his proboscis, so he couldn't drain you. He would try to claw you, and that is a 7. So he does not hit. That is its turn. Duke is gonna hold an action, or
Well, he can make it over to the guy next to Miles, right?
he can. Oh well,
Let's do that.
it's tough terrain. It's hard.
Yeah, but he can move. Who cares?
Actually,
He
there's a
wants to
tree
kill
in the
his
way.
friend.
No, he wouldn't actually fit. Not with the cart, because the cart isn't.
Can he? Does he? No.
No, he can't
remove the card on
remove
his
his own. He's not that smart, or he would
He'll
require
be sort
hands.
of stressed out and making noises towards Miles. I would say, like sort of alerting. Oh no, Miles might be in danger, and he will hold his action to attack something. I
Let me
guess.
hear your horse. I'm doing a lot of horse now. Let's hear some horse, dude.
Can the horse go round the tree instead? Can it make it round?
He won't make it to that Strigoi, but he can come closer to you.
Yeah, but I mean, like, if he goes this way, can he come over and attack it from this way?
As you see here, there's very rocky terrain right there. So not with the cart on his own, yes.
Okay, but
with
he's
the
close to
cart,
me. That's
no.
actually cool, so I can help him next turn.
Yeah,
Okay,
so
that's
he can
fine.
come up here.
Sure. Cool.
Kind of. There would be.
Yeah, let's say that. Great. Thank you.
And he will hold his hooves for anything attacking.
Yeah. Yes.
Miles,
Yes?
your turn.
Yeah, I kill him.
You just kill him, yeah.
You know,
Power word kill is
Yeah.
not.
there you are. And I'm gonna take my rapier and try and stab him, as he has wounded me. He should be wounded too.
He should be wounded too.
Yes.
He's a bit wounded actually, but not that bad.
Yeah. Yeah. Let's go. Ooh, 23.
Yeah, nice.
That
Probably
hits.
hit. Alright. I'm gonna stab into him for. Oh, that's a 1. I'm gonna use the feature from my feet piercer to reroll the damage die.
Mm.
So and then
Yeah,
I
you
have to
can do
use
that.
the new roll.
Yeah, because it was the 1 or 1.
Yeah, it was a 1.
So he has a feat called Piercer that if he rolls the lowest, he can re-roll the attack.
That's
8.
8 piercing damage.
8 piercing damage.
Take this.
That was the wrong one. There it is. So you
And
stab into it, and it
Then-
seems to have effect.
I'm gonna try and stab him again with it.
Yep, the rapier.
Rapier.
As you see, it
Yeah,
opens
another
wounds.
23.
The wounds does not start closing as you have experienced on, for example, Vampire Spawn.
Yeah. Cool. And
20, another
for
23, yeah. Ooh.
yeah, 9 more damage.
9 points of damage. Ooh, you've dealt quite a lot of damage. Stabbing him first in one shoulder and stabbing and hit him in the stomach region.
And you'll see that Miles will stagger a bit back. The mists that are around the trees starts forming around mist, and
Ooh.
just for the let's see, I'm gonna find it wherever did I put it. I'm gonna prepare to cast a spell for my next turn, but the mist starts to coalesce around.
Ooh.
Yep.
Exciting. Someone else taking control of the mists. Vezel.
Ah. I will.
Mm-hmm. What will you do?
I will, with sword in hand,
You draw your sword in a not threatening way.
yes. I will cast Hexblade's Curse on the one next to Miles.
Mm-hmm.
Gives me +3 to... what is it? +3 to damage roll.
Mm-hmm.
And my critical hit is a 19 instead of a 20.
Nice.
Move over to it, and I will strike it.
Okay. What do you get?
22.
20, that hits. And you're also coming from behind, so you would get like the flanking bonus of that one. But yeah, it hits.
Oh. I'll just see if I can get a natural 20.
No, you don't get advantage, and that is if it's surrounded. But get the flanking bonus as like the plus. We homebrewed, so that's like a plus. What did we say? +2? Yeah, +2 to the attack, as he's flanked. Cosplay, welcome in.
So yes, he takes 7 damage
7 points of slashing damage
for my silver sword.
with your silver sword. Okay, that was this one. Okay, 7 points. So as you slash his back, you cut a deep wound in his back, and blood spurts out. The wounds does not heal, but you can also see where Miles had been stabbing through him with the rapier, and that wound did not seem to heal as well. But he as you like slash him, he falls forward a bit. He drops to the ground, is no longer able to fly. So he's now feet down on the ground, and he backs up and stands on both of his feet. But he is wounded.
Yeah, that's my turn. Also, there's something wrong with my sheet.
No.
Oh,
She.
I have 2 weapon fighting now for some reason.
all right.
Well, everyone has two weapon fighting. It's you could, if you had like a sword and a smaller, like a dagger or something like that, you could use your offhand, but you don't get. That's what Leaf used. You don't get the bonuses for it.
Everyone 2 weapon fighting.
Everyone has the bit. You don't get like the proficiency bonuses and stuff.
Gotcha. Never mind me then.
But that is something a lot of players don't think about. Everyone can use 2 weapons in 2 hands and attack with it.
Gotcha. Well, that's my turn.
All right, that will now be on round 3, but I can see now that it's 3 minutes until 10 p.m. So I guess the top of the round here, as Leaf is bleeding, will be a good place to end it. Don't you guys think so?
Yeah.
Yeah, probably.
But the last thing you guys hear, as the new rounds goes.
Oh,
Spooky.
go away.
Oh no, it's children laughter.
Children laughter. So that is where we'll end today's session. Cosplay, you came in right at the end. We had a lot of issues today. Unfortunately, the stream crashed 4 times, but we managed to pull through.
No wild magic today.
No wild
I
magic
was thinking
today.
about that.
Yeah, it's a bit cooler night today. But yeah, that was these guys were a bit more dangerous than I forgot about the multi-attack. Yeah.
Good thing you remembered when you attacked me then.
Yeah, right. But yeah, this is the
It's fine.
first
I like
encounter. This is the first encounter since you leveled up to level 5 as well.
Yes, I think so.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's so the final. That's good.
Yeah,
It's
because
been a
we
while
leveled
since you
well.
guys had an encounter now. It's quite a
It
few
was a
sessions.
werewolf.
We had
before,
it
the
was the
werewolves.
werewolves right before the camp.
Yeah, that's 3 sessions ago now.
But we basically killed them in 2 turns.
Oh
so-
my god, yeah, you massacred those. But you seems like you'll be getting these guys are a bit more of a challenge for you guys. Okay, let's do the rounds. Today starting with Vessel. What is your highlights of today's stream?
The moment when someone told a joke and there was a really long pause and no one reacted.
What was the joke?
I don't remember. I just remember the awkward silence.
Yeah, there was a couple of silences today. Anything else?
No.
No. Awkward silence.
All I remember right now.
Awkward silence. Miles?
I love Leaves guiding bolt. It was so great.
Yeah, the kind of yeah, dude, holy crap!
That was, just,
start
that was just beautiful.
Leaf
Straight
just being
through.
gone
Everything
for
behind.
the first part of the session, just drinking wine
Announcing-
and sleeping.
And then he just announces himself with the guiding bolt and says, "Yeah, that kills him. Let's fucking go," and keeps running. That's great.
Fucking
Love it.
Leaf Katsumis. Out of nowhere.
Yeah.
Yeah, and what is like you called for whatever lord? You don't even know what kind of lord you're drawing the power from. But it worked. It definitely worked. That was quite an entrance. Leaf definitely knows how to make an entrance. Anything else?
I think that's the big standout. And I hate the horses in front of the cart. They didn't give me anything.
Yeah, because your interrogation skills are so good.
Yeah.
So impressive.
I'm not the most charismatic guy. I know.
That was amazing. Oh.
But yeah.
Well, Leaf, you got into encounter here, so what is your
A great encounter. Really good role playing, guys. I loved everything Duke was doing.
everything Duke was doing? This is a highlight of the stream.
No, I don't know.
moved once.
It's a combat. I only got like 1 hour, but it was fun so far. So
Yeah, it was
Can't wait
really
for
good
the
that
next
you took the time to join in even after a meeting and a long day at work. So I really appreciate that.
yeah.
Yeah. Okay, cool. One more yeah.
No, I just miss doing D&D.
Yeah, same. It's been 20 days since the last session, and yeah.
What?
20 days since the last session now. Yeah, we had to.
What?
It's been a lot of shit going on. What?
20 days since the last session.
20 days is yeah.
What?
What?
Wait, there's something wrong with the stream again. It's crashing. I think it's crashing.
What?
Yeah, that's also highlight all the crashes on stream. We should
Oh
get a
my
counter for this.
god, that was terrible. Well, yeah, okay. John Martino.
I would say 3 things. The moment with the Raja in the beginning was pretty sweet.
Yeah.
Like the little goodbye, and he gave me some gifts and something his mom made, like clothes and stuff. That was sweet. And then the horse
And the wine.
situation, the conversation. Yeah, and the wine is. I'm excited for that. We'll see where that goes. But I also liked the Miles. Well, I don't know if I liked it. I didn't know what the fuck was going on. It was so confusing because there were just long stretches of silence, and then yes, get a biscuit. It was super weird but super fun. And finally, it was nice to have Leaf come in with so much energy.
Yeah.
And playing his character with shooting lasers and running 300 miles per hour and getting all mosquitoes stuck and then exploding them and then I don't know,
He's
that was-
just
that was
covered in
fun.
blood. He's covered in blood. They're basically blood bombs when they die, these things.
Yeah, that was really good just to get the energy after we were. At least I was kind of tired after a long day, and he was probably too. But he shot in with energy, and that was cool.
Yeah, that's amazing. I would not have that kind of energy. Yeah. That was pretty things. Okay, my highlights. The highlights was not the stream crashing, but the highlight is like you guys just went with it, and we just tried again and again, and we got through it. So I've been really missing playing with you guys. So I really wanted to get this thing going. But yeah, my highlight was also the interactions. Like to speak with us all. God damn it, I gotta be a horse again, don't I?
Yep.
I've been horsing a lot. That was a lot of fun. It is now established that the horses talk British in this universe. Or some kind of weird Scooby-Doo
Meeting
dialect.
Scooby was great.
It's a very shifting dialect the horses got, but hey, they're horses. John, you almost had to do ducal trains. You should think about ducal train. There might
I
be
was
situations.
stressing. I did.
Yeah.
I made up a voice in
You
my
should-
head.
yeah,
I was
you
like,
should-
okay, Strahd's horses are like posh British. What is Duke gonna be? Is Miles gonna come over here and talk to him? He's not. He dropped the spell. Okay.
Did anyone of you guys try? Did anyone of you you played Witcher, right? Witcher 3.
Yeah.
And did you play the expansion, the Blood and Wine expansion?
No, I didn't play that yet.
Oh, it's a great fucking expansion. There's this one side quest in that expansion where Geralt drinks this potion. It makes him trip balls. And suddenly he can hear Roach talking.
I
And
think I've seen videos of
Roach,
this.
Roach got this most gangsta attitude ever. And it's the best fucking side quest I ever played in any RPG. It's amazing. You should play that. So you look into that, John. You could do some research there. Maybe that could be like.
Well, no, I have a voice now.
Oh, you do?
I figured
Okay.
it out.
Because he has speak with animals. That shit could happen at any point.
Yeah.
And that is a challenge as a dungeon master. Like, fuck, he's gonna talk to this horse. And I was like, thinking, these horses, they didn't. I didn't
Just you wait until someone gets speak with plants.
Yeah, speak with plants, and speak with dead. So yeah, that was a.
Know about Henry
I mean, I've tried
Crow's
speaking with ravens in this campaign. That went to shit.
Yeah,
The
yeah.
horses,
Even though you
that
have
doesn't work.
speak with animals, they're not always in a talkative mood. You know, they don't have to respond. But yeah, that was a lot of fun. Love the energy of Leaf just coming in there and with a natural 20 and just wreck some carnage, getting into the heat of the battle. And Wessel's failure of charging. I'm gonna charge, and then the lowest on the initiative order.
Hang on, guys, I just have to get down from the cart.
And I
Yeah.
also, like, as a DM, this is probably a bit evil though, but just seeing a bit of fear in your eyes as you realized how what the situation is with these guys coming down upon you.
Nah, they're easy.
No problem.
No problem.
They're in their element, so that was a bit funny. So that is my highlights, I think. Yeah. Okay, so we will return next time, not with a normal Curse of Strahd stream, but our premiere of our Just D&D chatting stream. That is a name that is still in works. So if anyone has any recommendations or any suggestions for the name of that type of streams, please post them in the Discord, in the role-playing channel or the suggestions channel. But yeah, you all guys were able to join, weren't you? So we will
I think so.
start a little like D&D just chatting shows, and we have gotten some questions from the viewers and the followers about D&D that we will be discussing on this stream. We got a lot of questions actually, and first and not least, everyone who has put in a question of their own and used their username will have a chance of winning this beautiful die set from the Witcher game as well, and the Dandelion die set, and you'll also get like a little coin there. Does a coin to your Witcher and all that. So they're a Norwegian dice store that we are collaborating with this past year, and he sent me this. He said I could just pick whatever set I wanted to have for the giveaway and send it for free and everything. So you'll be getting a chance of winning that on that 12-hour long stream at the end of it. So please return for that stream. I'll see you guys on Saturday. And yeah, we need to get to bed now. We had long days. We're working men, aren't we? And some of us exams coming up and stuff. But yeah, thank you everyone for joining today. It was a lot of fun. And I can't wait till next time. But it might be a while till next time, because both me and Molly has some exams coming up, don't we? Unfortunately. But keep tabs in the Discord. Let's find someone to raid.
You thought you heard some music? Well, here it is. Here's a little tune for you guys. John Martino and Two Coltrane coming by with Cool Cat Caravan to spread some joy. To spread some joy. Oh, John Martino and Cool Coltrane coming by to save the day again. Maybe for the first time, but hopefully not for the last time. Oh, Johnny and Cool Coltrane. Oh, Johnny and Duke Coltrane.